to High Minds, the podcast where we elevate the conversation on culture, sports, politics, and entertainment. Stay tuned for a higher perspective at the intersection of everything.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
It's been a little bit.
It's been a little bit. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to.
I think I just listened to that on the way home.
Did you?
Listening to satellite radio.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's been a little bit.
How was Case? Tell me about San Diego. How was
Santiago? Foggy and fun.
Foggy.
Ocean Beach. You know the Ocean Beach.
Yeah, I was on mushrooms there.
Yes. So like our Airbnb was like a block from right there. So it was nice. So we were able to walk to everything, which was really cool.
Yeah, shout out to Ocean
Which was nice.
Beach.
It made it more comfortable. I mean, Ocean Beach, San Diego it's an acquired, it's not, gosh, how do you put it? It's not like Mission Beach at all. Like, that Air Pacific Beach, that side.
Like a little hoity-toity.
Yeah, and it's more like family friendly, more tourist, where this side is leans more towards local.
That's what I always take. You kind of know, like the Anthony Bourdain approach, right? Like you got to find the local. You got to find the nitty gritty of a place.
This would be like an Anthony Bourdain like place to visit. Like compared if you're compared the two beaches.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a lot more, things tourists don't like seeing, homeless people on the streets, stuff like that, like people sleeping long. Like you're gonna see all that stuff. For me, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't, I'm like, it doesn't bother me. But a lot of people don't like that. It, makes them uncomfortable. Makes them feel uncomfortable if they don't like it. So it's like they just much rather not see it. So they will, they'll go to a place like this and see something like that and like, I'm, never gonna go there again. Like they get that. I don't know. It makes people feel uncomfortable, and I understand. I get it. It does. I mean,
I get it. I mean,
there's times where like I might be uncomfortable, but it doesn't scare me away to the point like, but also those places like that. It's not. They have more resources there. That's why they're there. Because they have the resources, they have, they get things. That's why, San Francisco, Sanctuary City, of course they go there because there's resources there for them.
Yeah.
So like, what? Duh. And they talk about, homeless people in California. Well, where else in this country can you live 365 days a year outside on the beach?
Yeah, from what I understand, a lot of let's see, what's the percentage of homeless?
It's crazy.
In California from other states. Like, let's see. So approximately 10% of the homeless population in California are from other states.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're going to be homeless, you're going to make your way.
That doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually, I think it kind of is.
It is, but you also have resources here. That's the thing, is you have more things in California available for people that need it like that than any other states. Go to Idaho. You're not going to get shit in Idaho. They'd rather just spit on you than help you.
There's not a lot. Yeah, there's not a lot of social services.
So why are you going to stay? Why are they going to stay there when everyone there hates you and doesn't want you there? And like, it's like, yeah, of course you're not going to. If you can't,
we do have to have better. We do have to have better solutions for homeless people in California.
Yeah, 100%. And we don't. That's the thing. We don't care. Our solution and most places' solutions is just like, we just don't want to see it. Just get it out. Just push it away. Give it to someone else. Make it their problem.
Yeah. Always that sort of not in my backyard mentality.
Yeah. I mean, when we were in Chico, they did it to the, people after the fire. Like after so many months, like, get out of here. Sorry, your house burnt and you have nothing and you're living in... You're homeless, but you know what? Yeah. We're tired of looking at you, and I get it. It's people don't, it makes them uncomfortable. I mean, I get how they feel. I don't understand, how they think and how it's,
no, I don't understand.
But we don't want to, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like people want to fix it, but they don't want to.
Everyone wants simple solutions. I think these days is like black and white solutions, and after listening to the people talk about SNAP and listening to people talk about all the things that are going on, I'm like, this is kind of what I didn't do the political aspect of that. I did social work aspect, but my job was literally to get services to people, and I'm like, it's really fucking complicated. Like it was real, like Donald Trump said something like it was like people are quitting their job to get SNAP benefits, and I'm like, no, that's not true. Like it's just not. Like I didn't know a single person. Like, everyone that I worked with, no one was like, oh, I'm going to quit my job so I can get food stamps. And I was like, such a simple, not even if it was right, and that happens sometimes. Like it's such a stupid, nearsighted view of like the whole situation. Like
everything's going to happen at some point. They have to put "do not drink" on bleach.
Sure.
So, I mean, you're going to have, there's a reason why.
But by and large, it's like.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. There's never going to be 100%. So it's like, I hate when they say that. Yeah. Well, I know some guy from that like, of course you do. Like, sure. Everyone knows this, but also I know 20 more people that don't.
Yeah.
And it's that thing. Yeah. It's, the food's, it's frustrating. It is frustrating because like when I worked for, like special needs, where they went to a job every day but I would have to come in and make sure, I had to just make sure they took a shower. They make sure they took their meds. They lived on their own, but they got, obviously aid.
Obviously.
Well, of course.
It's
like, so you're taking, they're literally taking their food from them. Like it affects it. I don't know.
There's a lack of empathy in this country, and there's a lot. There's like I think everyone has this view like, oh, we're all just like built the same way. Where it's like, I worked with a guy who had cerebral palsy who has a baclofen pump, whose muscles they would tighten up after like 2 hours of work. He can't work 8 hours 5 days a week. Like there's 0% chance of that happening, and you're telling me he doesn't deserve food stamps? Like, that's crazy. Oh, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I'm like, motherfucker, he can't reach his bootstraps.
Yeah.
God damn. Like, have some fucking compassion.
I don't know. I think more of it is it's that attitude, and that it's not so much they believe that, it's more of they just want to piss you off. Probably. It's more important to them to make you think they make you feel like shit and like make you angry. It like gets them off. And really, they don't feel that way, but they're just going to say it. They're going to go to the extreme to say it.
Sucks because it's like I worked with these people who are literally, literally, they voted for things that like eliminated their own subsidies, and I'm like, I don't do that job anymore, and it's not my job to get them services. But it's like, you dumb motherfuckers! Like I told you, you.
That's the wild part.
Like, what are you doing?
Is people that are literally losing. Look at like some farmers.
I know the farmers too. I'm like,
that are going bankrupt, and then you'll still have some of them that like would still,
still
vote. They don't vote. They don't vote on policies or any. It's whatever it might. Who has an R. That's it.
Which is just wild because like when I was doing that, I wasn't even coming at it from politically. I'm like, I'm not even coming at this politically. I'm just looking at like, if this happens, you motherfuckers are not going to have subsidies anymore. I'm sorry to tell you, but the internet is not normally $35 a month. That's subsidized. Rent is not $100 a month. That's subsidized. Yeah. Newsflash: the real world or the non-subsidized world is not at that price.
Well, what's crazy is like, when I was working out there at driving UPS, Butte County is a heavily red county.
And super poor up here.
Yeah. Crazy poor. One of the poorest counties in the state.
Right. Huge. And without Chico State, it would be probably
it would be even worse. Yeah. And so I would deliver like to these areas up in the hills in the sticks where people literally didn't have power. Like they didn't have power in the house.
No.
But you're delivering these people, and they they're voting literally against their own interest. Like they're on SNAP. They get set, like you said, their internet only costs $10 a month because it's subsidized for all these things. They don't realize that's subsidized. It's $10. Like they think everyone's paying $10. Like I still pay full price. Bitch, no, you don't. You're like your whole life is subsidized. Like it
really is.
And they'll sit there and say it's they're pointing at other poor people. It's their fucking fault.
Which
the
is
poor
crazy.
Brown people. It's their fault.
It's wild.
It's like, oh my God. And it's like, and then they'll vote and then they'll take their shit away and they say it's their fault because, whoever I watch news or whatever I do says it is.
Mm-hmm.
And they believe it.
Well, they believe it because, Trump or any politician's like, well, I heard that people are quitting their job to get SNAP and that's why I don't have SNAP. It's like, no, that's not why you don't have
I know
SNAP.
There's people that are principals at high schools in that area that are very, very right leaning.
Mm-hmm.
And they sure enjoy all the, stuff they're getting at that school because of, things that have happened and,
oh, sure.
All the grants and all the money that comes flowing in. Oh, yeah, it's great. But yet, as soon as you walk out of the school, you're, fuck you.
Which really is like, if you think about it, like we've always had like a blended government, like in terms of, is it, we can't let socialism in America. I'm like, we already have social. What do you think Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid and what do you think all this is? Like, what do you think grants are? Where does the money come from? You didn't earn it. It's not the free market.
No, I think
sure there are private grants, I'm sure, but
I think this is what happened. It's like, so since I can remember, for me is when I started, growing up, when I got to, 18, that voting age, like, okay, I can vote. Everything before that was just, it's whatever. But to that point where, okay, now I can vote. Back then, you would hear things like that on both sides. Oh, it's going to be, but nothing ever really affected you. It never got so bad. So through every election, you had things that affected you, but it wasn't life changing. It wasn't like, oh gosh, my world's can come crumbling down. No, I might have to pay an extra, $400 this year in taxes. It's not going to break you. So everything was this kind of, you heard these words, you said so, but nothing ever happened. So it wasn't like whatever. And then the last, maybe 6 years, 4, 5, 6 years, these things are being said, but now people are actually feeling it, like literally not having money to get food. Where before that never really happened to anyone. Where they went and like, how many days has it been since? They're not paying? It's been
40 some odd. Supposedly the government's supposed to reopen. It's been 5 weeks, right? Snap I think ended at the end of October.
But so it's still though, people not having money on SNAP for how many days? 5, 6, 7 days. Like that's a week. When people that live week to week for everything, if they miss a week or two of groceries, that's a huge. That's never. I mean, how many times has that happened in our lifetimes?
Or if healthcare for ACA goes up, doubles or triples.
Everyone, what are they just going to cancel their insurance?
Yeah, you're just not going to have insurance.
Yeah, you'll take the penalty. Penalty be cheaper than your insurance.
You can't afford. You literally can't afford it. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do.
And then what's going to happen is what's going to suck is everything's going to go to the emergency room. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to go to your doctor because your doctor's, well, you don't have insurance, so you're going to have to pay. Like, well, sorry, I'm going to the emergency room then.
But the emergency room has to treat you.
They have to treat you. They can't. If you're sick, if you're really sick, they can't just say, "Oh, sorry." You go to the doctor. They can.
Yeah.
They're going to just say, "Go to the emergency room."
Go to the emergency room. They'll deal with it. They'll write that shit off, I guess.
So I mean, it's just going to create this. Yeah, because I mean, who's going to afford? No one can afford insurance. So what do? Cancel it.
If you're already poor, you can't double pay.
No,
it's ridiculous.
And the crazy thing is, who this is going to affect is like so many. Like I think that like 80% like of red states are going to be like it's going to affect them. It's like
they vote against their best interest all the time as well.
It's like, whoa, this isn't like they don't go by who you voted for when you go to the doctor.
No,
they don't go, oh, who'd you vote for? Oh, okay, you have insurance. Who'd you vote for? I wrote in Mickey Mouse. Like, oh, sorry. Like
I think Mickey Mouse would do a fine job. Mickey Mouse would do a fine job.
I think anybody you do better than Trump, 100%.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I mean, if you really do surround yourself by really smart people and people who do this shit, like the president, I think, could just be like a leader type. It wouldn't have to be someone who actually knows how all this shit works. As long as you're wise and you surround yourself by like trustworthy, non-corrupted, non-APAC fucking people, you can probably do a good job and you'll get the credit for it.
You should probably have a group of people.
Yeah,
and then maybe have one person that speaks for the group.
Yeah,
that may be good, great speaker control. You know what I mean? But not have one person just control. Like I'm it. That's weird. No, you should have like people that know, defense stuff. Like real. Now they don't. Like now we have. Look what happened. Look where we're at. Look who controls education.
Host. We got the real role. Yeah, we got Linda McMahon. Fucking,
welcome to WWE.
What would you run if you were in my cabinet? What would you Department of what?
Transportation. 100%.
There you go.
For real.
For you.
For real. Yeah. There's some shit in the road. Fuck yeah. There's a lot of shit I would already
Secretary of Transportation, Andy Colenso. There you go, buddy.
Oh yeah, when you drive 25 years for 10 hours a day on the road, it's all you. It's like you have all kinds of shit to say. You see everything, but yeah, 100%. It's like, but no, Trump would go like, you're going to be in charge of some fucking.
It'd be something. It'd be Department of Education.
Yeah, like bitch, and then
he put me in front of transportation. Be like, no, what?
You can go under agricultural.
There you go. Department of Ag.
But yeah,
which would still be ridiculous. I'm like, I don't know how to run that shit. What are you talking about?
No. And that's the thing. But people that do it should be. That's what I think it should be.
They're too. There's too much ego. Like it's like, oh yeah, I could run that. It's like bullshit. No, you can't. What are you talking about?
Everybody wants to be the man. It's like, why does everyone want to be the speaker? Like those people that want to be speaker of the house. Like what's his name before this Johnson dude? Like kept trying to do would not give it up. Like I'm gonna be this. Like my mom has said I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it. Damn it! And we're gonna vote till you vote me in. Like didn't have like some crazy amount of votes. Like kept getting rejected. Like bro, they've rejected you 6 times in a row.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Let's do it again.
Run it back. Man, I'm gonna ask her. It's like the guy who's like, I'm gonna ask her again on a date. I'm gonna ask her again. She said no. I'm gonna ask her again.
Dude,
give it up, man. She ain't into you.
But like, why? Why is that guy so driven to be that guy? Like, what does it benefit you? Where has he since he's done that?
Daddy issues. I mean, like you just want to be liked. You weren't hugged as a kid enough. I mean, it comes down to a lot of that. I think
that might be even more than daddy. That's daddy issues and mommy issues.
That's like Freud shit. Yeah.
Like usually a kid like mom, they have moms, and their dad's a fuck up, or the other way around. Like one. But when you don't have like either, like both, like you just want to be everything. It's like crazy.
Yeah, a leader. Life is a person. A leader type with no experience would be far better than Trump.
Oh
yeah. If you're just a good leader, and you're smart enough to know, like, so it doesn't really go with politics though to say someone like, hey, I don't know everything, and I'm gonna fuck some shit up. But we're gonna learn from our mistakes, and we're gonna do better. And it's like. That would be a breath of fresh air. That's most people.
I think the first time when Trump got in there was like, okay, that was, I think, the actions of we were just tired of politicians. Mm-hmm. And finally there's someone that's not a politician here. And it was just that different thing. Even though like he's not gonna like, but it was different. It wasn't, Hillary Clinton's, it wasn't the Bushes, it wasn't the same thing. It was something shiny and different. And it's going to make, it's going to flip everything upside down. He's hilarious on TV. Because he's an entertainer.
Which kind of does need to happen.
Yeah. We should have learned, but that's the problem. We didn't learn from that.
Yeah.
And then he came back and he has nothing. Like, name me a policy. What's a Trump policy?
I think the only thing is, it's not even a policy. It's just broad tariffs.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous.
That's like, it's not even. It's illegal. But it's like he doesn't have, like, what's his health care plan? A
Well, it's
concept of a plan?
It's coming in 2 weeks. Always in 2 weeks. He's literally said 2 weeks
He's
for
had
like years.
10 years.
I know,
He's
and it's
had
always
10
2 weeks.
years. This guy's
It's
like,
always the same.
I think he's like, he doesn't have any, he doesn't care.
He doesn't
His
care.
wealth has grown to I don't know how many billion in the last. So it's like,
he's gonna sit there and tell you that grocery prices are down. Like he'll tell you right to your face and be like, grocery prices are down. I'm like, bitch, I just went grocery shopping. It doesn't matter. You're wrong.
Yeah, and see, that's where we fucked up. We let him back in. It's like we should have learned the first time. Like, okay, we did it. He's in there. Like, okay, joke. He would have been a little blip in the, still a shitty president. He would have been a blip in the history books. Now, holy shit, he's gonna be a whole fucking book. Like there's gonna be courses on this.
Yeah.
There's gonna be courses on this stuff of like, and it's gonna take so long to like recover, to be where we were last 6, 7, 8 months ago. Like this is gonna take years. Because like contracts were lost. Like so many things are lost for years. It's wild.
At least we're gonna get $2,000 checks. They're gonna come right with the Doge checks.
Yeah.
Remember the Doge checks?
Of our money. We're just getting our money back from the tariffs.
Yeah.
All the money that they, charge everything more for. Oh yeah, no, that's the tariffs, dumbass. That's like,
I'm not gonna hold my breath for a $2,000 check, which will obviously add to the inflation, I'm sure.
Yeah, where's he getting that money from?
In 2 weeks he'll let you know.
Like he just throws them. He's gotten to the point like it's a cartoon. Like he's gotten past billions. Like before, like millions was like, wow, a lot of money. Billions, oh great. Now he's in the zillions. Oh,
did you hear? Yeah, did you hear how much weight we're supposed to lose? Did you hear that?
Each person on the fucking planet, or each person in the United States, is going to lose 400 and something.
400, baby, 400.
What? Oh,
400 pounds. Like that math doesn't add up. I'm not a mathematician.
Nothing adds up. We're living in a simulation.
You remember Austin Powers? $1 billion.
That's what I'm saying.
It's literally that.
Now it's like he's just throwing, like he's the Austin Powers. Like now it's up to zillions of dollars. It's just make believe. It's fake. He's a doctor.
Dr. Oz is an actual doctor. He's a real doctor.
Did he miss like math? Like,
do you think he meant to say billion? You think the grift is that strong, or he just misspoke?
Well, do billion. How much is it? Billion's not. That's only what, 4 pounds?
Yeah, but he said 100. He said 135 billion. There's only 340 million of us, and that includes children.
Well, that's children, yeah.
So like
25, 30, 40, 50 pound kids, little tiny little, or even little babies.
All of them. Old people.
Yeah.
Skinny people. Short people.
It's
no one has 400 pounds to lose.
They just throw numbers out. They're
just throwing it out there. It's like when Trump is 6'4", 225 and 4% body fat. Do you even know what that would look like? I can't even imagine what that would look like.
I saw that video of him. Like he was sitting, I thought it was a still picture. It was like Melania was like sitting perfectly, like not moving. And he's sitting there and his face, like the side of his face is like drooped. I'm staring at it and I thought this was like a photo. It was on Instagram. I thought it was a photo. And all of a sudden I blinked. And I went, oh shit, wait a minute. I'm like looking again, I'm like, oh, that's a real. It was not like his eyes were closed and then they opened.
Yeah, and he was drooping to the right.
Yeah. Yeah. His mouth was like this is weird. This everything about
it's not real life.
Since like COVID, since like I said, since 2018 for me, this world, like I'm in the upside down. Like that's how life feels now. From the fire to this, it's like, and just think of our kids, what they've lived through, and they're only in their fucking teens. And look what they've already lived through. This is wild.
Yeah.
So if things go back to normal, they don't know what normal is.
Barely. Like, no, because Elise was in 3rd grade when the fire happened. Then immediately COVID happened. Yeah. So for like the next, like a whole town burned down, all of COVID, and then all of a sudden, like she's in junior high.
And like Mike
wiped out.
they don't know that my kids are too young to know kind of a normal world.
Yeah.
It's been what, 10, 12 years. My oldest would have been 10, 11. It's like, yeah, he kind of knows a little bit, but still 10. I think when I was 10 and 11 years old, I don't, the world was still,
yeah.
It's like that. So like, look what they've already lived through. It's like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it makes like, the big thing that stood out for me from my youth, and I just turned 18, was 9/11. That was the big one where it was like, oh shit, we just got attacked by another country, or people from another country, not another country.
That's one. Itself, there's so there, like, for me, like, very few events. If I remember exactly where I was doing and exactly where I was sitting, standing, like, okay, that was an impact. Like with 9/11, I remember when I found out, I couldn't tell you what happened the next day. I couldn't tell you, anything before, but just that moment of actually hearing it and seeing it, I'll never, there's like, a small handful of things in my life like that. And that's one of them. But same kind of thing of something that was like, whoa. But, our life growing up, like I said, was relatively, nothing compared to what the last 10 years.
No, it's all been accelerated. Like, I remember that was a big one. The fire, when I was taking Elise to school, we knew there was a fire up by Paradise, but we, it was still early.
Yeah.
But I got to a certain place where you could see the sky open up a little bit, and it looked like Independence Day. Remember when the aliens come down in the fucking cloud? I was like, oh shit, no, this is different. And so I remember that. I'll always remember that moment. I was like, oh shit, this is different. This is not like normal fires. Like something terribly wrong has happened.
Yeah, I was in the cloud.
Yeah.
The fire burnt.
Everyone I knew was.
The fire burnt over us, past us, and then we had to drive back through it to get out. And that, like I said, there's days like that's what's crazy. Like, and then now we're living through this and everything that's happening now. And I guess what is it people like to say, kids these days, they don't know how hard life was back when we were kids, all this shit. I'm like, well, really? Look what they fucking lived through, man. Like, are you kidding me? Did the world shut down for us when we were, growing up back in the good old days? Did Saturday morning cartoons stop playing? Like, did we have to stop playing with friends outside? Like, did the
don't go to school for the next year and a half?
This?
Do school online?
Like, do we have to deal with this? Seeing, in neighborhoods of like your friends getting, ripped out, like gone, just get picked up and ripped off the street, like just like all the
U.S. military.
Yeah, and then living through it's like, no, they haven't gone through exactly what we went through or our parents went through. They've gone through it in their own way. I didn't go through what my parents went through. I had a whole different life than they did. My kids have a whole different life than what. But their struggle and shit they're going through is way more mental. Like my oldest, his high school was during COVID. Like he didn't have a high school. Life. It was in, first not at school, and then it was after the fire. We went through the fire and COVID, through all that. So it was crazy. It's crazy different. We all go through a crazy time. It's just theirs is different than what ours was, than our parents growing up, but it doesn't make it. We like to weigh it. We like to, oh no, ours was rougher. Our parents didn't watch us.
Oh,
but I mean, like, what? Okay.
Every generation has done that. We're always the greatest generation, and we're always better than the ones that come after us.
Whatever. Each generation is different, we always try to make, like with our kids, what do we do growing up? Oh, I want my kids, not to grow up like I grew up. I want them to be better. I want it to be better. So you make life better for them. And then, they try to do the shit we fucked up, and they want to, I'm not going to do that. They're trying to, fix our fuck ups. And it's like, and each generation, we like to think, our kids grew up the same time I did. So it's like what I know, trying to give them advice is like, doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
because when I grew up, there was still no internet. You know, internet wasn't a thing really till after high school.
So it was a thing, but it wasn't mainstream.
It was dial-up at the library
because
no one could.
It was there, but it wasn't really that useful yet.
And it didn't come till after high school of getting the AOL discs. So it's like my from 10 to 14. Yeah. It's like, so my life then doesn't exist. Like, what? Like things of, you need to play outside more. Yeah. Okay. But they grew up in a time where they weren't allowed to play outside for for so many years or be next to people. So they got comfortable and they grew up in their, those, sophomore, freshman, junior years.
Mm-hmm.
They grew up in that, just like being isolated with themselves, and honestly, they communicate more with their friends than I ever did. Now they're just communicating like this. They're communicating, playing video games. I've had Drew in his room. He's sitting there with earbuds in and they're watching a movie on this computer. And he's talking to a couple of friends and they're watching the same movie. That's how they're doing it. Cause but I'm like going, damn, I only had to see my friends at school because
at school. And if you had a sleepover or something.
Yeah. And when I went home,
coming over.
They lived wherever. So I didn't get to see them on the weekend. Yeah. If someone you had to schedule something.
Or you had to schedule it. Yeah.
They're talking every fucking day. Natalia talks with her best friend in Paradise every day, every morning before school that they get ready together or whatever they do. Yeah. And then after school, it's like,
I know.
I never had that. I never had that communication with my friends. Like they're just doing it in a different way.
Do you want to get ready together tomorrow?
Get up and, stretch.
I'll stick you on the mirror, attach you to my mirror.
Yeah. That's what they do. They do that shit, and they'll sit there and talk and I get ready.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I never had that. Like I said, it's like they communicate, they talk with their friends more than I ever did. It's like, just because you don't see them physically, every day. Like, I mean,
I think we like to romanticize everything that in the past. Like we're like, I would have loved to be a cowboy in the wild. You would have.
It's
no antiseptic. I would have loved to be a knight. No.
Yeah, I think that's
the 90s were the greatest time. It's like, because we lived then, but like crime rates were through the roof. Like, no, it wasn't the greatest time.
There was a lot of shitty times. There was a lot of shitty things happening.
But we like to paint a more rosy picture because that's when we grew up, and that's the music we love. That's the movies we love. All that shit,
Yeah, that's just the best times. There was a lot of fucked up shit
for us. A lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah. I mean, just look at TV. If they're, how TV was and how people treated each other and talk. You're like, I look at that and I look at I'll watch old shows, like reality shows. And I'm going, oh my gosh, some of the shit they say to each other and like women and what they do. You're like, damn. And I remember watching this show back then, laughing at this, cause it was just, it was different times.
What gets me is you watch a movie and it's like produced by the Weinstein Company. You're like, whoa, fuck.
You're like, oh, damn.
They haven't taken that off yet.
And then you watch all these documentaries on Netflix about, all the kid shows and the producers.
The Nickelodeon guy. Motherfuckers
and then you're watching, you remember these episodes. You're remembering some of these episodes because either my, oldest son would watch some of the, they were just like Disney, or not Disney, but like different Nickelodeon shows and stuff.
Yeah. Or you watch the old Ellen and Diddy interviews and shit like that. You're like, ooh, this hits different.
Yeah. And it's like, you see, you're just like, fuck. Yeah. Music. It's like, when are we going to get the Diddy edited songs? Are we going to get Diddy edited versions? Because now I listen to Biggie songs and stuff and you get fucking Diddy
yeah. I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
So can we get Diddy edited? Can we get the Diddy edited versions? So I don't have to
get him out of here.
Yeah. Because you start hearing that, fuck. But I think a lot of it though, it's, and I think it's something I did pick up from the fire was change. Change is hard. Change is hard for people, but I think for my parents, so after the fire, it's literally everyone's life up there got hit reset button, literally reset. And you could see the generations of how they approach things. And where our kind of generation picked up a little quicker, like to like, oh shit, we gotta like keep going. We can't just sit.
Keep going.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Where like my parents' generation, the older generations kind of said, well, you know, in times like this, they tell you to sit, take a breath, relax and think about it, and then make a good. But that's this world, and this was a perfect example of it. This world isn't like that anymore. If you don't act and react. And that's what happened. We were lucky enough to snag up the homes where a lot of people that were, you know, older generations didn't. And they have to live on, you know, ranches and farms for a year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 2 years because they weren't able to jump on. Like, I literally bought a house when mine just burnt 2 days later. You know, like how in my mind, I couldn't process what was happening. I was out of it, but luckily enough, we had friends that said, no, you have to do this, and weren't in the fire that took us. And it said, you have to do this. And luckily, you know, they were looking out for our best interest, and we did. And it was one of the best decisions, you know, and a lot of people were able to make that decisions, but it was something literally after 2 days of losing everything in your family, like to think it was hard, but to do that where, you know, like my mom's generation stuff, we're just kind of still in awe. Like, what do we do? Like everything just changed. Like, you know, they were just like, take their time. But in doing that, you know, this world is not like you have to react.
There was nothing for them though. I mean, you just hope to get a trailer. Some people were in a trailer for years.
Yeah. You know, we were in a trailer for 6 months in the middle of an orchard, and that was horrible. And some people are, you know, a year, 2 years. Some are still.
Some are probably still, but they might want to be at this point.
Yeah, they're still waiting for, you know, they didn't get a lot of things. But it was like this thing of change, that changed. They handle change, you know, they process it different than like we do. And then our kids now are going to process even like, so like with us, we lived through that no internet. So we lived through a big change.
That was our biggest change, I think. Is we got to see both sides of that.
Yeah. But we were, you know, so we were prepared for change. We went through that. So when something like this happened, I was like, oh shit, now something else that just was like, fuck. I think we were able to process it a little quicker and kind of like, we got to keep going a little bit and how like, and then our kids are going to just be like, every day's shit's changing, like literally to the minute, you know, it's not going to be anything to them when, you know, big shifts in the world happen now, as much as it is to us, as much as it is to my parents. So my mom sees, you know, what's happening, I think, for them, and they can't process it still. You know, how they're still on old Donald Trump. Like they haven't processed this new dude. They don't understand it. They don't get a lot of it.
Yeah,
the old, like I'm talking elderly, like I'm talking like people that don't have internet, people that literally like, there's a lot of people that don't have the internet. And I know these people personally. They don't have an answering machine. They don't have call waiting. They have a landline. They don't have a cell phone. They get their news strictly from, you know, Fox News and things, because then they don't have anyone to tell them different, because everyone around them is that way. It's like when you see people that still live like this, and there is a lot.
That's most of them, because they don't, because it's simpler.
No, they don't have the internet. They don't know what YouTube is. You know, they would never find this podcast because this doesn't exist in their world. Literally, it doesn't exist. Like that's how these, you know, this happened. It's I don't know. It's wild.
It is wild. And it's frustrating too, because, well, it's very self-defeating, because you realize like the only constant is change, and it's the only way you can grow. And you have one life. I mean, maybe we're reincarnated and maybe there's a multiverse, but for all we know, there's one life here. You get a limited amount of time. So you might as well fucking like A, enjoy it, and B, always keep moving and growing and learning, and be fucking curious. I keep coming back to the word curiosity. And so many of these folks, especially right-wingers, they just lack the curiosity. Everything is simple. Everyone is like them in their world. It's a very small bubble. Everyone thinks like them, they talk like them, they look like them, they have similar backgrounds, very similar stories, and there's this lack of curiosity of like, I wonder what some spice in my food would look like. I wonder what this whole Kendrick Lamar thing or Bad Bunny thing's about. Why am I so like, instead of asking like, why am I so angry that a Puerto Rican is playing a halftime show instead of like, why is he so popular? Those are two very different. You don't know anything about him, but those are two very different approaches, right? They like to opt about like, I can't believe that this guy he's not even speaking English, rather than like, why is this guy so popular and what makes him so popular? And then listening to them and maybe hearing about their story and like having some curiosity in your fucking life. And it's like, no.
And why are you not upset the first time? This is his second time for the Super Bowl.
Because someone else yelled at you and told you to be.
That's the funny part. It's like he's already done the Super Bowl with a bunch of, remember the Latin women, Shakira.
Oh, he was there for that one? Yeah, Shakira and J-Lo.
And he was there with
and she's Colombian.
He was with someone else. Yeah, she's Colombian. No, he was with someone else, I think, in another one. But I'm just saying they had that. They had Shakira, they had all that Latin
because that wasn't the culture war at the time.
No, there was some women that did not like some. They kind of had a tiny bit, nothing like this.
Nothing like this. But yeah, I know they were mad at Shakira and J-Lo too, but that was jealousy because I was watching these women in their 40s and 50s do shit that I was like, you're just jealous. You're just jealous because I'm looking at Shakira going, no one's mad about that. You're just jealous.
No, they got upset because all of a sudden their husband's looking going,
God damn. She's how old?
Like, wait a minute.
In her 40s.
I'm like, they got upset because all of a sudden, the husbands just wanted to watch a couple women.
Well, maybe we should watch the halftime. So let's just stick around.
We got to see what this is all about.
I want to see what all the hype and the hubbub is about.
So that's why a lot of them were upset.
No, those hips don't lie. Allegedly.
Allegedly. That was a word on the street. No, but Shakira's my favorite. But
I do like
it's different. It's something that's different, and it makes them uncomfortable to fix them. But also, change is the change. Change. It takes longer for them to process it, and that's the world. Like, I'm not going to change as fast as our kids. Like, if there's decisions, they're going to make decisions a lot quicker than I.
And especially not as we get older.
Yeah,
as you get older, it's hard to change too because you get stubborn and you get.
But we're going to be better than our parents, and like they're going to be better than their parents. But it's like
our parents, though. I got to say this: they had potential because they were the fucking hippies.
And that's what
it up.
They were. But this is why I also blame them, because they're also the hippies, but they're also the boomers. A lot of them.
I know
they're the ones that
should
control
know better.
And CEOs. They were hippies.
Known.
What happened is they were, and all of a sudden they acquired money and had a shit ton of money.
They got that,
and they like to be hippie a couple times a year. But the rest of the year they want all the money and power. They got it. We have it. And they don't want to let go of it. But they used to be the hippies. And I think that's what pisses them off about kids now and kids, because kids now are, I think, more like they were than our generation. Like we weren't like our parents. Like, because kids now, I think, are more, they don't give a fuck about things kind of attitude a little bit more. They understand things better than we did.
Oh, I think, for their age.
They're way.
I wasn't saying the shit my daughter says.
No, they're way 15. More mature than my age. When I think back on my kids at that age, I'm like, fuck what we were doing in life, what the things we were doing and how we were acting. I'm like, oh yeah, you were way more mature.
I was on some stupid shit.
Yeah, so it's but that's so now they're they understand. Maybe not that they don't care. They understand things. They're living differently. But now what's happening though is things are starting to really affect them, and then you're waking up these generations and going, no. And they don't like the way shit's going, at all. So that's the hope I have.
That's why you got like this Mamdani guy. If you saw, he lost to Cuomo 45 and up. 45 and under, he won by like 70 points. Yeah. It was like, holy shit, the kids are fucking pissed.
And all they push is like, what do they push? All they try to push is how much he's going to change everything. That's always what they're going to do. They're going to tell you. They're going to change what you know. They're going to change everything. They're going to change it. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be the worst. It's going to change. We're going to change it. People don't like change. They like things how they are. Look, after the fire, how many people went back because they wanted what they had before? Some had no choice, but I know there's people there that went back to, we're going to rebuild this town, we're going to rebuild our city, and blah, 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 blah. There was a huge movement of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I think, a lot of those people that they wanted, like my dad.
But they wanted to rebuild what was lost, not
they wanted
rebuild something new and creative. And
they didn't want to progress.
No,
they wanted to go back and build what was there before.
What was already there, but that's not possible.
They didn't want to make it better. They didn't want to make things better. They wanted to go back to what it was. And that's what my dad was. And that's what happened in our relationship with things like that is he wanted life to go back to what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people did. And I get it. I understand that. For a moment I did. And I was sitting there, those nights, like, I just want, life, but it was like, boom.
Yeah, there's certain things that happen. You can't go back though.
Yeah.
You can't go back.
Yeah, a lot of them went back. They went back, and they're still, it's not going to be ever what it is, and
it shouldn't be. It should be something unique and new, and
they have an opportunity. They had an opportunity, and I think they just made some decisions. I think like they wanted to go back the other way. They wanted to go back to church on every corner, and they wanted the old paradise back. They wanted the old, and it didn't exist anymore. It's literally gone. Like. Literally gone.
And I don't know what they want these churches for, man. Like, if you want churches, that's great. Why don't you just make churches that feed the poor? Like, it's barely any of those churches that are all about like, hey, we're gonna feed the poor and we're gonna visit like those churches have like 8 people that go to them. If the mega churches don't ever talk about that shit, they don't ever talk about that shit. It's all like a big rock concert.
But they have the biggest buildings.
They got the biggest buildings,
everything.
Biggest budgets, but they're not just like, hey, let's just quietly go serve people.
And I understand a lot of it. There is a lot of people, and there's a lot of people then that do a lot of good things. But
sure, overall,
I think that's the one thing is like when you say, oh, there's always going to be a couple bad apples. No, I think the church, sadly, it's to me it seems like it's almost 50-50. There's always in every single church there's so much controversy. Just think of of growing up when the church, I might have went to, but of everything and the people, like things that happen, like it's wild of like, and I get like, people that go to church are usually not the greatest people. They're there to give forgiveness and this and this, and they get into a place and they get and things happen. It's weird. It's just, there's just so much like,
a lot of it's just a hierarchy, and it attracts like politics. It attracts certain people to the top.
It's not a church; it's like a business. It's more. It's because it is like a business. When you go there, because go to the office. Go to the office. Talk to the secretaries. There's people at work. They have a working staff. Like literally, like every day we have. They have. It's like almost like a business. It looks like a business. Like anything else, people.
It's a business that doesn't pay taxes.
Yeah, that's just really. I mean. Yeah, it's what was it? Scientology, or I don't know, isn't it Scientology or something like? Or who is that? Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton,
that guy.
He did Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, not Crichton. Not Crichton. No, who did the dynamics? Not Crichton.
Who's it?
The edibles kicking in.
Oh,
the back in the day that started. What is it? That
back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Someday.
Who started Scientology? Who started?
Bill. Is his name Bill Bob? Greg, who started Scientology? I'm gonna look.
Yeah, look this one up real quick.
It's L. Ron Hubbard. That's Ron. L. Ron Hubbard. He was. So he was.
What books did he write though?
He wrote a lot of Western
Dianetics
books.
or something. Or
yeah,
I thought he wrote.
Well, he was a legit, I believe, like
author,
action adventure author, or Old West author, and maybe like.
To not pay taxes.
Science fiction or something.
That fool started religion to not pay taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally,
yes. The dynamics of life.
I don't know.
Scientology, the fundamentals of thought. Dianetics, 55.
Dianetics. Those things I heard of something with that. I don't know what about it.
The Complete Manual of Human Communication. Yeah. What was it? Was it Bill Burr said like, I can't have my religion. A guy who had like a driver's license.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's like
I gotta have my religion to be a small shit.
I mean, you're telling me if that's, you know, a way to avoid taxes, there's not going to be people that are going to take advantage of it. Of course there are.
Of course.
But that's why I said, like, there's so much corruption in religion, and like in so many ways of that. Like, people take it because they know they can get away with it. You have way more leniency.
Just look at
Get
the
caught
church
stealing.
used to go to. It's like, I think, like, I've heard of so many financial scandals since I left, like 15 years ago or whatever, however long it is.
One of them was
there's
so many.
I'm like, there's not a pastor left at that church and the pastors that replaced them got replaced. And I was like, I was like, oh damn, they were how much?
But I mean, it's as humans, you're always gonna have. Well, no, you're. Well, I mean, you're not. You're not really. You are here. When I think we have a society and a world, we've built this our country, I think, is different in so many ways of other countries, of how
it's very unique. American flavor is unique.
We are such a opportunist. Like, any opportunity to better ourselves, we'll dive on it. Well, I'll elbow you in the fucking nose to get that free bagel if I get in front of you. Like, like, there's people that will hurt someone to get that free bagel if you said, if you're next or you're next. Someone will punch you to get it. Like, that's how crazy we are. Like, and that's our society. That's a lot what our TV is. That's what a lot of our entertainment is. It's just,
dude, just look at, like, I was watching shows like Saving Private Ryan back in the day. Guy gets his face cratered off. If I saw a pair of tits on the screen, people would have lost their goddamn mind. But I could watch legs getting blown off, limbs getting blown off, just families getting murdered, like action movies, bodies on top of bodies. But I swear to God, you can't see an ass.
Yeah.
Can't see an ass. We're so prude when the Scrambled Channel.
I would sit there and watch it and just wait. If you watched it long enough, you could see a nipple every now and then. Squiggly lines. But yeah, it was. Yeah, you could see just horrific, like, gruesome things.
I remember we were watching I don't even remember what movie it was. My little brother, freaked the fuck out. We watch a dog gets his head chopped off. I don't remember if you ever saw that. There's like a German Shepherd goes through the door and it's like a head cut off. We watching that shit as kids.
I was when I was in San Francisco, whatever, we were in the hotel room, and I don't know how or why it was after the Grateful Dead concert, so we were on stuff, but a Dirty Harry movie was on. Dirty Harry, everyone knows Dirty Harry, and back Clint Eastwood, and I'm watching this movie, and it was like, all I recall is like, oh, this guy stole a bag of chips, kill him,
blow him away,
kill him, anything that was, someone did something. Like, he was just off it. Like, the whole movie was just shooting and killing people. And you're like, in these movies, people go, "Oh, great movie, Dirty Harry." Oh, classic. Dirty Harry. Oh yeah, yeah. And I'm like watching this, and I'm like, it's literally him just offing people for speeding. Yeah. It's like when you watch like it'd be like watching every chase you watch is ending just in a shooting, no matter what. Like, it doesn't matter if the guy comes out with his hand. No, it was, and that's those people that go, yeah, he deserved it. That it feeds that. They love, and I'm like, no wonder people love that shit. People love. We grew up on Cops. We grew up on a show every night. Cops.
Bad boys, and
everyone loved it.
I loved Cops.
Yes, everyone loved it. And you're like watching it, and like, we grew up on Cops, America's Most Wanted. We grew up with and all these shows spawned for it. We love that shit. It's like, what? It's like crazy.
Well, now look at what if you look at like those graphs of like popularity of movie, like, it's the true crime documentaries. It's like serial killer shit. It's fucking,
it's crazy.
And we're unique. Like, we're unique in how many like serial killers the world has had. Like, there's not a lot of serial killers in the world. They're all here in the United States. It's wild.
Dude, the United States is wild. We like to think we're like the safest. And oh, hell no.
No.
Hell no. I was in the OB. I know. Like, no.
We're ranked pretty low in terms of safety and civil rights. We're not.
And that's I giggle and laugh when people like, I'm not going to leave this country. You see what's going on in these countries? Like, dude, you have no idea. We are like way down there on the list of safety. Like,
and freedom.
Yeah, I'm frightened more for my kids to stay in areas, here than I am for them to like travel abroad. I'm just afraid for them to leave and not being able to come back. So, but it's like, I'm not worried about their safety somewhere else. I'm worried about their safety getting back into this fucking country to come back to this fucking shithole right now.
Yeah, papers, sir.
But yeah, it's like, that's wild. And then, people think that it's,
we have to be the most unique country of all time.
We're like
have to be the most
how I think
interesting.
How we like to go to like, Disneyland and Magic Mountain and shit. I think other countries see us as like a Disneyland.
Yeah, we got to go see what the fuck's going on.
Pick a city. Pick a big city.
Yeah.
It's like Disneyland to them. LA, Disneyland, Bay Area, Disneyland, New York, Florida, Miami, like these big cities, Nashville. It's like a Disneyland to these people. Then they have the Disneyland within it. But it's like, I think that's what we are to a lot of the world. We're like this world where they like to we like to vacation there because we can go wild and do our shit and then go back to their life of like what they like and what they love. But they like this craziness to come and vacation here, like Las Vegas. Like when people come here, they come here and act way different. I know they do.
Well, imagine explaining like I don't want to pigeonhole, but just pick some random place. Like you're like in rural Iceland or something. You try to explain to them what Las Vegas is. Explain the strip to them. You're like, where do you even start?
Or just take them. If they were to come here, we're going to take you somewhere for,
that drive where you're in the desert and you come over the mountain and you see what the fuck is this shit?
We're going to take you, you're going to come somewhere overnight. And you come out, coming out of Boulder City.
It's a big period with a fucking light that shoots to the skies.
Yeah. When you're coming from like Boulder City, you feel like you're in the middle of the desert. There's nothing around.
Nothing.
It's beautiful. Mountains are beautiful. You're coming around the bend. And then all of a sudden you come over this crest and the strip. And you're like, what in the actual fuck is that? You see, like you said, you see this beam that's shooting up into the sky.
Yeah, the sphere.
You see this globe with an eyeball emoji looking at you in the distance. You're like, what in the fuck is that? This other thing. It's like, it's crazy. And that's like, how do you explain that? Disneyland is crazy.
Disneyland is wild. I just like to watch people in Disneyland. I think it's just hilarious. Just like people watching anywhere is fun.
What's wild with this is what's crazy with Disneyland. When you're in, Southern California and you walk in there and you can't hear or see how the way they do it and how they have everything built. It makes you feel like you're in another world. Where other places can't kind of replicate what they do is they don't have the control of what can be built around them necessarily. Where like Disneyland can say, so when you're in the park on most rides,
everything,
can't see anything. You can't see anything from the outside world.
You wouldn't know you're in Anaheim.
Literally, no. So you literally don't, you don't see, Chase Bank, tower here and like the city. You don't see a city skyline around the park. We're like, oh, I'm in Disneyland, but I'm still in the city. No, it feels like you're transported. It does, and the sounds, the music, and you get wrapped up in it. And the way they do that and how they do that, it's like crazy. Some rides you're gonna see out of it just because they go high in the air, but when you're in the park, it's like, you're in another world. That's crazy. That's what like Disneyland's crazy. But like, getting dropped into Vegas, like
Vegas or Manhattan.
Yeah, or Manhattan. Yeah, you're like, what in the actual fuck? When they see like Manhattan, how do you fit so much shit in that little piece of land?
It's not
like,
big.
And everything's just up. That's what's crazy. It's like,
would you live in New York for like a year?
Oh,
yeah, you love it, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'd live it. If I had like, if I was able to live and not be, live the rich life, but just live where I could, explore for a year.
Yeah,
I would do it in a heartbeat. Fuck yeah. I don't have to live in a penthouse. No, just have a place that's, and do it.
I mean, I would love one of the brownstones in New York. The brownstones, those, those townhouses.
Oh, that'd be amazing! Right by Central Park.
Man,
goes along Central Park over there. That'd be awesome. You walked out where you can still, walk out to your little stoop area, and it's like when you watch movies and stuff, and there's neighborhoods that are still like that. And you're there. That's how it is.
Yeah.
And you have Central Park right there, and you don't need a car. You just subway it everywhere. You can get everywhere in the city. I would 100%. New York is one.
Would you rather live in New York or San Francisco?
Oh, see, that's a tough one.
Ooh, the lolly.
San Francisco, I think, is almost my number one city. New York and San Francisco. I love New York. I've been a couple times, but
I've been 3 times. I've been 3 times to New York.
A lot of people don't like San Francisco, and it's fine. I don't want people to know about San Francisco. You just have to know where to live in San Francisco, where to go, and where to be, and how the city is. If you don't like that type of city, then don't move there.
I wouldn't mind living close to San Francisco. I wish I was closer. I like parts of the Bay for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I was down in the Bay though, I think maybe like Santa Cruz might be more of my vibe. I love Santa Cruz. Of course, I grew up there, so
I want to. Yeah, there's a place I want to.
Santa Cruz is
like my end, like the end of my kind of years, the start of my years, Napa where I still have some years.
Yeah,
where you still have some good years, but you're not traveling as much anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're not like might just do a trip a year. You're kind of just life's just you're getting there, and you don't want to. Like, there's gonna be a time where I just don't want to travel that more. I want to actually,
You want to sit on your porch and yell at the kids.
Yeah, I want to to that that part, and it's about an hour, a little over an hour from San Francisco. So you still have that city nearby.
Yeah, Sebastopol, right?
Yeah. You have farmland, wine country.
Yeah.
Then you have the ocean, 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah. I could do some farming in the Napa Valley. That sounds my vibe.
Yeah, and then you have the ocean there. You have that's what I like. You have all these different, you have farmland, and then you have vineyards, and then you have, blueberry farm. You have all this agricultural stuff, but then 25 minutes away you have the ocean. You're down there getting fresh, clam chowder, literally like sacks literally coming in that you can see the water still dripping that they're throwing in the bucket. And then 25 minutes back home. Every night you can go to the beach, watch the sunset on the ocean. Use park.
Go spend a day in the city.
Yeah, you're an hour and 15 to an hour and 30 from San Francisco for a big international airport. Your Santa Rosa is right there, which is a bigger city now. Sebastopol, I love. Yeah, and they have an airport.
I like. Is it Calistoga?
Yeah, Calistoga's close. We drive through that to get there from Chico. Same thing, beautiful. Yeah. But I love that area. That's one of the places I've always, and I think if I ever come back, that's the area I'm coming back to. I like that. I love
Baby, come back. Yeah, I like that area a lot. I really like Santa Cruz a lot. I like the Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo area.
I do. Really, I like that area. I just don't know if I want to live in that area. For me, I like the northern. I like the northern oceans. I like more of that. I'm not so much going into the ocean and swimming stuff. I'm more of the cliff views, the views, and then going down to the ocean every now and then. But more of the that cliff sunset view. And
you got to get up to Maine then eventually. Maine is fucking Maine is sick. Cool. The coast there, those coast towns. You get some good chowder out there. And
like stuff like that. It's more of a scenic coast.
Yeah.
We're like we were in San Diego's more beach vibe. Which you can still do that in the North Coast, but it's not, the sand's different. It's not the same. You can still have that. It's just not as fun as Southern California beaches in that way.
It's more laid back.
And that by the time I'm that age, I'm like, I'm not going to be rolling around the ocean in the water like that. I'll be on the beach walking and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not going to be, my body at the point now is like, oh, I don't want to do it. So then I'm like, not even close, but more of like roll out there 20 minutes, go park on the, ocean, grab yourself a nice, burrito from a taco truck and eat a burrito and watch the sunset, then drive home. Smoke a joint and watch the sunset and drive home. Go to get home and, like that kind of vibe where you're 15-minute drive, you're at the ocean, and then 20 minutes. And then you're back home living, like you said, that farming life where everything out there, you have all the orchards, the farm, like you can have that still, but you can have the oat, like, and Sebastopol itself, I love. It's that hippie vibe. They have a lot of cool little music venues, the Barlow.
Like yeah.
They have Barlow stuff. There's a lot of cool things.
I like those little towns. A town that reminds me
artsy
is Morro Bay. That's a cool little town too.
Yeah.
It's got the same kind of vibe.
That. Yeah. And Sebastopol. Yeah, you went to Sebastopol once, I think, with us.
I've been to Sebastopol, yeah.
I think you stayed with us at my family's house at once, I believe.
Maybe.
I think so. I think we did. I thought we did. I don't know. I remember what for.
I've been there a lot of times in that area. A lot of Santa Rosa, Napa, Calistoga.
I just love that area. I
do like that area.
One of the only other areas where I feel when I'm there, like I truly, when I leave, I like feel like fuck. Like I'm really like sad that I'm leaving. There's only been a couple of places like that where I'm like, damn, I like really.
I felt that when I went to I could live on Kauai. It's the in Hawaii, it's the laid back island.
Yeah.
Super slow speed. I was like, oh shit, I could do this.
Yeah, there's some places
you leave, you're like, fuck, I do like this spot.
Yeah. And that's one of the places where it's always with me. It's always been that place. And I'm like, fuck. So that's I love the vibe. I just love how it is there. It's, I just like it. It's, where I'm tired. Like the last few years, I'm tired of fucking craziness. Like that's why I don't like suspense movies. My kids love horror suspense movies, and they're always like trying to get me to watch it. I'm like,
come on, man! But Stranger Things is coming out soon.
That I'm okay with the shows, but like some of these movies they want to watch and stuff. It's like these things are like they're mind fuck things, and I'm like, like there's just things I just don't.
I don't even know if I'm excited about Stranger Things. Like I've heard it's going to be devastating. So I'm just sure it's going to be like.
Are they going to kill off someone every episode? Like every
fuck, it could be. I mean, there's probably at the end of the day, there might be 3 or 4 of the
all of them.
Nah, can't be.
They wipe them all out.
Dude, they just all take them all out. Vecna wins. That's how it ends. Vecna wins. Fuck.
That's how they're never coming back. They have to. Yeah, they all.
You would destroy an entire fan base. Just fuck your whole career.
It's over.
It's over. They're all dead. Vecna wins. What the fuck? People would be so pissed. Could you imagine?
Yeah, but then, no, this is if you're smart. But then, if you're Netflix, like a year later, you're like some ad on Netflix has dropped or leaked, and it's like the sound of it, like the Stranger Things, and you're like, and then it's pulled off like it was a mistake. You're like, oh, was that a mistake, or is that like, is it over? Or is it not like you can start fucking with people?
They gotta
keep stringing it along and then making something different.
These kids are too they're all grown now. They're all like Millie Bobby Brown's like 24.
I think that's why they're done with it. It's like it just doesn't make sense.
When you watch season 1, you're like, oh shit, I forgot how young they were. They're like little kids.
Yeah. And now it's been how many
going
years?
That long? 5 seasons, and it's been like
you have to end it. You just have to. It's just not making sense unless you fast forward the story after this.
Yeah,
that's the only way.
It's the only way.
Fast forward it to where they're.
I think it has to end. Every good story has to end. There has to be an ending for us to have some closure.
I wonder if they'll. Do you think they'll fast forward it if something ends this and do like a movie, like one movie, not like a season?
Each episode's like 2.5 hours. What would be the movie?
How many? No, but I mean, like just to end like as they like what happened to these characters, like as their age, like.
Oh, I don't know.
Like to give you like
I honestly don't know how they're going to end it.
Or are they just going to I think they're going to end it. I think it's going to be over. I think once they're done, it's over.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
what I'm saying. I think 11's probably got about an 80% chance of dying. Hopper maybe. Steve, I could see Dustin. I can't. I don't think Max will, because they would have already killed her, I think, and I don't think they'll do Lucas. But I think a lot of them could go, man. It's gonna be rough, I think. Will? It could be anyone.
It has to be at least two of the main. Like,
I think so. At least two. I think 11's pretty screwed.
That's the odds. But
yeah,
does she? Those are the odds going. Like, do they throw a curveball? Do they throw a curveball because she's hyped it so much? Did they talk her out of it? Like, you've hyped this so much, because she's come out and I've seen it. She said like, my character needs to, like, it has to flip story. Like, are they going to listen to that, or did they come back saying, okay, since you have people?
But that means Hopper loses basically a second daughter, right? Like, because he lost his daughter. I mean, someone we never met, but that would be like a surrogate daughter.
And that, are they going to throw the curveball where, like, instead of doing that, they off him so you can go see his daughter?
It might be him.
Now he's back with his daughter,
right?
Like, maybe he saves her.
He saves her, and you think 11's going to die, and then Hopper gets it. And that's why I think Dustin might die, because you've always had Steve as like the motherly type, and they joke that he's the mom, and Dustin saves him. And like, if Dustin dies, I'm like,
we need to save this. This.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do. We need to do
our Stranger Things predictions.
I want to talk about. Yeah, we could talk about maybe how things might go. Yeah, we should do that. Let's save this.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do that next weekend, because then I'll be out, and that's Thanksgiving, right? Is the first part, the first couple episodes. Have you seen the runtimes? They're like 2.5 hours each episode.
So
it's fucking crazy.
Is Thanksgiving just one episode? That's it, or are there multiple episodes?
It's let's see, Stranger Things.
Like, 5 or is it like
release dates.
Multiple episodes released on Thanksgiving?
So volume 1 is Thanksgiving, volume 2 is Christmas, and in each volume, I think volume 1 is like the first couple episodes.
And is each episode like a movie?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so Thanksgiving is the first 4 episodes. Christmas is the next 3, and then New Year's Eve is the last episode.
So the last episode?
1 episode on New Year's Eve.
Wow.
And it's called The Right Side Up.
So the first has 4. And they're going to be like at 2.5 hours each? Or is that 2.5 hours for the 4?
Oh, wait. Episode 2. This one's saying, let me get the run times. Stranger Things 5 run.
That's why I'm just curious to see if that's crazy, if each one's 2.5 hours. That's like 10 hours of.
Okay, so episode 1 is 1 hour and 8. Episode 2 is an hour. Wait, 54 for episode 2.
Okay.
Wait, these are these lengths are shorter than some rumors. Okay, so maybe these are just rumors, though.
So it might be around there, though. So, okay. I could see 1 hour to 1.5 hours per episode.
But then the later episodes, I think, are longer. Like the last couple episodes are like 2. They get,
Instead of having 4, they have like 2 episodes or whatever, but maybe they're 2 hours.
But they're longer. Yeah.
So
at least the first 4 aren't terribly long.
Yeah, so I could probably see them going for about 1 hour to 1.5 hours, or somewhere in there for the first, and then maybe 2-ish.
Well, that'll come out the 26th. So next week makes sense. We'll do our Stranger Things episode.
Yeah, we can talk about more. Yeah, because then we can kind of go off and think of what could happen.
I need to watch some recaps. I forget some of them.
I know, I do too. But then, like, because then we can kind of go like, "Ooh, what do you think they're gonna do?" Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to look up too much because I don't want to see. I don't want to see rumors and stuff. I just kind of want to think of what I do, like what I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because sometimes I'll start watching videos of us, and then I'll start swaying myself to think something like, "Oh, I want to like just go off of what I think." So I'm just I'll watch like a couple trailers or episodes. I might watch the last episode again. of the last season.
Yeah.
To get me kind of back into like, oh yeah, because once I watch one, I'll be like, okay, I'll start drawing all these things back up. Yeah. It's been so long.
It's been 2.5 years, I think.
Yeah, it's way too long. Like you forget so much. It's like, gosh, I guarantee it's gonna be one of the most watched episodes again. All the ones because everyone's gonna go back and rewatch all this shit.
Oh yeah,
to get freshened up before. So I'm gonna go.
It's
back.
It's genius. I mean, they took over every holiday. They took over Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's fucking genius.
I know
the way they did.
I wonder if it's gonna affect football numbers. Thanksgiving instead of watching football, we're gonna watch Stranger Things.
Maybe. I wonder when it'll drop. If it drops Thanksgiving at midnight going into Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I wonder when they're going to do that. Are they going to release it Thanksgiving morning? Are they going to release it?
They say 5 p.m. Pacific.
Oh shit! So later.
So you get your early football games, and then.
So
we're gonna have to at least watch that first episode or a couple.
Yeah. Why have you figured out if you're getting down here?
I think we're still planning on flying, I guess, but I don't know. They said you could get a full refund up to November 12th, but that's been adjusting because
if you can
now it's saying the government might be back open. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely flying, obviously for time.
Yeah. Otherwise, we got to leave fucking early, which I don't care.
As long as like the TSA, all that shit's back to normal. I would say no problem.
We have our tickets, so
yeah, it should be fine. You don't have to worry about Lyft or Uber, which is a huge pain in the ass. Huge. So that's a lot easier. Because are you guys gonna rent a car, or are you just gonna?
I don't think so.
Chill with us.
I think we're just gonna chill with y'all.
Yeah, we have.
Because then we're going out the Friday night after anyway.
Yeah, well, no, I have my car. I'm not.
And we'll leave the kids.
So, yeah, we have a vehicle. There's no need to. That's what I was going to say. There's really not a need to. If you do, I was going to say cancel it. But
yeah, we didn't get on this time.
Yeah, so you should be fine. If not, if that's what I'm saying, but I think the government shit's going to be open. Because if not, then it's going to be fucked. Then it's like a gamble. Like
I think the corporations were like, you guys cannot have the government shut down.
No.
Corporations, no. Democrat, Republican, go fuck yourself. I think they put pressure on them, really.
You're starting to see it here. You're going to start seeing it more, like here, especially. We see it a lot because our tourism, like Las Vegas is like the strip tour, and who owns all these fucking casinos and stuff? Billionaires.
The billionaires.
So at a certain point, they're saving money on tax cuts here, but also you're not having any revenue come in now. So it's kind of like boom.
Yeah.
Night.
At Life is a Prayer. Thanks for coming by. Nice hanging with you too.
So it's starting to affect them that way, where you're starting to see these, casinos doing all these crazy deals now, which they haven't done in Vegas since COVID. Like since COVID, Vegas has just been like, woo! That's why they've been charging whatever the hell they want because people have been paying it. As soon as people got out of COVID, people were just like, they wanted to fucking just party. And now the party's like,
all the Canadians are like, fuck y'all, we ain't coming.
But that was also the problem with Vegas is people kept paying these outrageous prices for shit, and and then people were moving here like us and stuff. But
but it was like Californians.
But that was just what Vegas became. This after COVID was crazy, and it was doing well. The numbers, you could see the numbers. They track everything, and you could watch it. And people were paying it. So it's like, of course, they're going to charge you $24 a bottle of water because people are paying for it. There's a reason why they'll charge it. They don't have to charge that much money for this shit.
No.
They do it because we'll pay for it. And we'll complain about it on social media, but we won't stop coming. And that's why they do it. And now,
until we do,
it is starting to affect because people are not coming. And it's not just us, it's international. International is huge. International travel was huge. So, and now the international hit, now like domestic is hitting on top. It's like, the numbers aren't good.
The numbers aren't numbering.
And now you're starting to see, these billionaires kind of going, well, fuck. Like we need to, to acquire money, we need to bring in money. But if we're not bringing in money, how are we going to get these huge tax cuts now? Because we don't have any fucking revenue coming in to skim. And like, so it's starting. I think they're getting close to that tipping point where, fuck, because that's who owns all these things. It's not like these casinos are locally owned. A couple are, but those people that own those are billionaires themselves. So, it's not, John down the street owns the old Bellagio. It's it's really going to affect him and his kids.
Hey, it's my boy Johnny Bellagio here.
But it's like it's major corporation billionaires and all. They own all this shit, and it's like, I don't know,
motherfuckers. All right, man. Well, next week we'll do Stranger Things. I forgot the Sharks were playing. They're down 1-0 in the third.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad if they lose this game because if they make it a close, great game. They've been on a fucking tear. They've been beating every number one team in like the league. So it's like you can't win every single game. As long if you lose this game and you lose 1-0 or 2.
They were losing last year like 9-1, 8-2. They were getting their ass.
Like the team from last year to now is like it's like getting exciting watching them. I'm like it is again. It's like, oh shit.
Just watching Celebrini with the puck, I'm like, this motherfucker's like,
oh, he's good. He's good.
He reminds me of like young Crosby. Like he's a star in the making. Like this guy's different. He's not a player we've had before. We had Marlowe who was good. Joe could take over in a different way, but not someone with this much skill, just pure skill.
Oh, yeah. And he's not. You can't compare him to McDavid. He's not that type of player.
Yeah,
he's more. I think he's a little more grittier than McDavid. I
haven't watched a lot of McDavid. Is he super finesse?
He's finesse. He's speed, skill.
Wow, I've seen some. Yeah, he's fast.
Where I think Celebrini's a lot of that, but also Celebrini will stand in front of the net and
he's more of a two-way player. Maybe,
yeah, he'll grind for a goal. Like he'll
he'll
get that dirty.
Sharks just tied it. See what I get?
Nice. Who scored? Tell me Celebrini.
Let's see. Oh wait. Didn't upload who got the goal yet.
Damn. This team's getting fun to watch.
They really are
fun to watch. So I'm excited. I want to plan that. I want to plan that San Jose vacation for the parade.
I do want to.
For real. So if they win, we're getting like a hotel room, whatever, right there, because they're going to have the parade in front of SAP somewhere along there.
Oh man!
I'm gonna try to get a hotel, that AC hotel, right there, so you can.
Yeah.
I want to go to the parade, like just.
Oh, I'd have to. I still got a bottle of wine that I'm waiting to open up for the Sharks to win. I'm not gonna be good.
If they do, even if that room is like $600 a night, we'll split the room. We'll go, but we'll be right there. Just get out of the hotel and walk literally to the parade, like right there, and just that's gonna be like has to be like fun. Once in a lifetime. Like they have to do it.
Totally.
I'm not expecting it now. I get it, but but I'm hoping the future. I'm hoping in the next 5 years this can happen.
Someday, man. Got to.
But they look good. It looks like they're on their way. They're on the right path. At least they're on the right path right now.
This is the way.
Greer so far, people were saying he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's ruined shit. He just doesn't,
Mike Greer?
Looks like, at the beginning when he was doing. No. No, they
he got them out of a fucked situation.
Yeah. No, but that's because people didn't like change. They didn't like seeing all the guys that they've been watching. They didn't like these new guys coming in because it changed. You lost. I mean, you know how hockey is. It's like you grow with these guys. You're wearing their fucking sweaters. You're like any sport when you're into it. I get in.
You have a parasocial relationship with these guys. I know.
Yeah, and it's like, do a lot of these teams do like other sports? Do they do like rebuilds like this? Is it?
Well, they say it like
rebuilds, but like not like hockey does. Hockey like will dismantle the whole fucking team. I just don't know if like I can see like a football team getting rid of like a couple, 2 or 3 players, like big name players. Like hockey will get rid of like 6 or 7, like just like we're unloading everybody.
Unload everyone at the playoff. Yeah,
like literally like 60-70% of their players. Like
what's funny is that
sport does that. I haven't played it like baseball.
Nah.
Do they just unload?
I like when they call like someone was saying that the Jets are in a rebuild, and I was like, you're not in a rebuild if you're always in a rebuild. You're just never building it. What are you rebuilding? Like a rebuild is like you were good and then you became trash, like everyone, like
you've just never been good.
New England was great, and then Brady went and moved on, and so they sucked, and now they rebuilt it.
A rebuild, usually your team has a run.
Yeah.
And then didn't quite get there, and then you're back down. The rebuild is okay, we're going back down to the bottom. We're gonna have to get rid of everyone, get picks, get these young guys, build these young guys up, and that's the come up. And you're hoping you pick the right guys, like the Sharks are doing. They're on the up now, hoping they pick the right guys, and then you're hoping they get to the very top.
Right.
Where other sports, it just seems like, Jets are like this.
It's not a rebuild. You're the Jets.
They'll have a little
fucking suck.
They'll have a little bloop, and then they're back, but they're there the whole time. Yeah, they're never up and then down and then up. We're like some teams are. Yeah, a lot of teams are. Stupid Falcons. They got to the point where they made it to the Super Bowl. That was their oop, and then now they're fucking down. They just have little oops and downs, but they, it's so.
I was laughing. I was like, you can't call it a rebuild, bro.
Yeah, it's not a rebuild. You guys are just,
You guys are just trash every fucking year. Like, same with the Giants now. It's like, I don't know. They fired their coach. Jackson Darts had 4 concussion protocols. Cam Scatterboo he's going to not last in the league very long.
No.
Like, these fucking guys. Football's brutal, man. It was Will Smith from Macklin Celebrini on the goal.
There's a point. That's going to be something you're going to hear a lot of. Will Smith's another. He's another one. He's good.
And then they've got Eklund too.
Eklund, he just came back. Coming back.
He came back. Today's his first game back.
And they put Misa on IR, but there's a lot of the Misa's. They're their number 1 pick from last year.
He wasn't even NHL ready though.
No, they knew that. But they put him on IR. I think there's a good, I've heard rumors that could be like, it's one of those things they do because he's out of that 10-game thing of where, and if he's on IR now, he can stay up, but they needed to clear space in the roster, for Eklund's coming back, and Reeves came back, so they're going to be 1 over. So if they put him on IR, say no, he's injured. He's rehabbing, still with the team, practicing with the team, but not having
otherwise, then he goes to where?
I don't know if he go to AHL or OHL. Probably OHL.
Okay.
Maybe the OHL or something. I don't know what team they'd send him back to.
Okay.
But instead of going back there, but staying with the team, because they're going to still use him at some point. But being able to watch exactly like he's literally practicing with the team, training with the team, and sitting upstairs watching the team play, and then going back and training with, like, you know what I mean, without having to. Because he's number 1 pick. He's still a kid. He's like 18 or 19 years old. So
Misa. Yeah, he's 18. Yeah,
Misa. So I don't know if it's one of those things where, like, does he have an injury? He tweaked a ankle or something, or his foot or something, like, or something, or a wrist where he can still skate and do stuff. Like, I don't know how but how teams do things to loopholes and rules. It's loopholes and rules and things. I think he might be one of those things that's going on.
Yeah, he's going to be good, I think, too. Will Smith's already pretty good.
Yeah, you have a lot of young guys, and then they have two more first round picks next year.
Do they have 2 more next year?
I think so. They have a shit ton of first rounds because they traded. Hurdle was pretty much Askarov. What they got for Hurdle went to get Askarov, but also they have all these picks. I believe they have 3 first rounds left in the next 2 years. So I believe maybe next year they have 2 more.
Crazy.
They had 1 this year. Then they have 2 next year. That's what I'm wondering if they're gonna at trade deadline or something try to get that trade at some point. Because if you have 2 first rounds, you still get a first round, whatever you need, defenseman or wherever you're going, and you can maybe trade for an older, younger player that's going to help you. You know what I mean? Like
somebody's 25, 26, 27.
Yeah, but not, developed a little bit, but can really, work with, a different player that can fit in with Celebrini and Will Smith and all these other young kids. Like, but to get him now to that playoffs, like get him to the playoffs, get him over that,
Yeah, you never know how the season's going to go. They could be ahead of schedule and they could actually push for a playoff this year. I mean, you never know.
I'm saying. You have that first round pick, which carries a lot of weight for a lot of teams. They
teams love first round picks.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You can get and they have money. That's the thing too. The Sharks have money to spend. Like they can acquire some.
Well, that's why I see Greer did such a good job. We were fucked from the Brent Burns contract and from the Carlson contract.
And I think that's right. Like right now, if keep everyone healthy and playing. Right now, they're smiling because of what they're seeing. I think you're seeing like the potential. They're still young. They're still making mistakes. They're still going to do that. But how they're playing, like you're seeing this run, like they're playing.
If you just look at them, they beat the Devils, who are a good team, 5-2. And they beat the Avalanche in overtime, who's a good team. They lost.
They're number one team in the league, I think.
Then they lost to the Red Wings in a shootout. Then they beat the Kraken by 5. Then they beat the Jets and the Panthers back to back.
Look at the Avalanche's record.
The Avalanche? They are fuck me. They're only losses to the Sharks. 10-1 and 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
They're only losses to the Sharks. They're only losses to the Sharks. That's what I'm saying. They're playing. Look at all every team you just said. Look at their record.
The Jets have a winning record. The Panthers are the Panthers, although they're not doing as well this year.
No, I mean they've been dominating. They've been just
back
to back and like
dynasty, man.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what's promising.
The Ducks are good though too. 7
Ducks
in a row.
Are really good. No,
really
Ducks
good.
Are really good. They're like the Sharks, young. They're going to be. We're going to be seeing a crazy Pacific Division. The Pacific Division, and then the Knights are always going to be one of the teams too. The Pacific's going to be Pacific's fucking brutal.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah. Sharks, Ducks, Knights. The Kings are still pretty good.
Kings are good.
And then the Kraken. Like the Pacific is gonna.
The Oilers are still there.
The cup is going to be coming to the West, and it's going to be here for a little bit. I think it's going to finally come back to the West, and you're going to see.
No way! It's Toronto's year, baby. Every year's Toronto's year.
I think you're going to see it. It's going to be in California, in this West Coast for a little bit.
Yeah,
somewhere in the West. There's a lot of good teams that are coming up that are just looking good.
I don't want it to go to the Ducks, though. I hate the Ducks.
I know. Man. I hate the Ducks. Ducks are probably out of every team in the NHL, it's Ducks, Canadians.
Yeah, Montreal.
Actually, you know what?
I don't hate Montreal.
I'm not a fan of any Canadian team except Toronto. I actually don't mind Toronto.
I feel bad for Toronto's fans.
Yeah.
I hate the Flames. I hate the Flames. I don't like
every Canadian team. I'm like, nah.
I don't mind the Canucks.
The Oilers, I do not like the Oilers.
I don't like the Oilers.
See, Oilers would be my least favorite Canadian team's the Oilers.
I don't mind Ottawa.
Nah, Ottawa doesn't bother me.
I don't.
Yeah, so I'd say it's not like
I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent about them.
Calgary, not a fan of Calgary.
Not a fan.
But Edmonton would probably be my least favorite Canadian team.
Yeah.
My favorite Canadian team would probably be Toronto. If I had to pick a Canadian team I like. Toronto, Winnipeg. Winnipeg, I don't mind.
Poor Toronto.
But
I'd have to say my least favorite team is the Ducks.
I can't stand the Ducks.
I don't like the Stars. I've never liked the Stars.
No, but there's times I will root for the Stars depending on who they're playing.
When Pavelski was on there.
Yeah, I actually like Pavelski. Yeah, I did. He actually made me kind of want to see the Stars win, just because I wanted to see him win a cup. Just because I wanted to see him win the cup. That would have been a time where I would like a team that I wouldn't probably never wear a T-shirt or hat from or anything.
No.
I wouldn't mind if they would have won if he was still on it. Yeah.
Now he's retired. Fuck him.
Yeah. It's kind of gone. It is gone.
Yeah. So my favorite players never won a cup. Joe, Patty, Little Joe, Nabby.
No. But Celebrini's starting to be one of those new players to watch and like.
He's fucking fun to watch, man.
He's good enough. He's good enough to the point where he would be probably one of my favorite players, even if he wasn't on the Sharks from at a point. Like he moves.
Just watching him,
like my fans, like he's gonna. I'm always going to be a fan of his, no matter what team he's on. Like,
even
if it's a shitty fucking Ducks,
Yeah.
I'm still going to be a fan of him. I'm going to want to see him get his points. I'm going to want to see him play amazing. He's fun to watch. He is. He's that player. I think he's that player. I think the Sharks have him now.
As the kids say, he's him. He's him.
Well, now can they do something with him? That's the thing, because they put it together.
You got to give me one. You got to give me one.
Askarov is, I think, starting to kind of feel his legs out there. He's playing better.
He looks good.
There's not a lot of people want him to play like a fucking Stanley Cup goalie, and he's only had like a handful of NHL games.
Yeah.
Like this kid, he's young too. Like he's only in his early 20s. Like he's still a kid.
These guys going to overtime against the Wild.
Hey, I'll take it. That's a point. That's what I'm saying. This is the difference of this team. On a game like this, that's
why I told you. I said they need to learn how to win, because those first couple games they had it in the bag and they lost, and they had it in the bag and they lost. Yeah. Like, this team has to figure out how to win, and then they're gonna start looking good.
Yeah. See, and these are the games like right now. It's like, are they getting momentum to get past this to win this game, or are they still like, okay, we got it to the point where we can extend it to overtime, steal that point, but now it's like, can you?
That's what they did when you were here. Remember? Whoever they played had the puck for like 3 minutes, and then Macklin just got it and just said, "Fuck it."
Broke out and score.
I'm out.
Those things. Can they do that? That's stealing the last point. Can they steal this point? Yeah. That's the team they have to. Those are the teams that win. Yeah, those are the teams that end up winning championships. Those games like this, the game where they probably should have lost, but they actually come back, tie it, and then win it in overtime. So, but they're still young. That's the thing. They're not ready to. I think they're not ready to make like a playoff run if they did.
Not a run, but if they could sniff around the playoffs or even make the playoffs.
Could you imagine if they snuck into the playoffs? That team does not know playoff hockey. That's a whole different world. They're not ready for that yet.
No,
they're not ready for that yet.
I mean,
I don't want these kids to die. Playoff hockey's crazy.
With their patchy beards and shit.
Yeah, these are kids. They're like 19 years old.
All right, guys. Just don't die. This we'll get them next year, but don't die. All right, coach.
It's like, I laugh and stuff, but it's grown serious. Men. Playoff hockey's fucking that is grown man shit.
Oh yeah.
And that's the one thing I would say. I'm sorry. Women should not play pro ice hockey.
Against men?
They're not saying they can't skill-wise. 100% they can skill-wise. 100% skill. I've seen it when I was at the All-Star game. They were.
But Zdeno Chara is like 6'9", 300 pounds.
They might be able to play in net a game, yes. But when I'm talking playoff hockey, this is when I say this is where it's different. This is when it becomes like it's
brutal.
Pretty close. It becomes like brutal. Like there's some hits, and you're gonna see some and I would not want to. If that's my wife, I'm sorry. If my wife is like, yeah, you can play with him, but I'm not putting you out there with fucking these guys that are literally gonna punch you in the fucking face, and they don't care if you're a woman. Like they're gonna it becomes brutal shit. The playoffs, and I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see some, And I'm not saying they don't have the skill. Not, absolutely not. I've seen it. I watched. She first woman to do the fastest skate in the All-Stars, NHL All-Stars, when it was in San Jose. We were there to watch it. She fucking beat half, most of the guys.
I don't doubt it.
So it's not like that. Their skills, tremendous skill. Yeah, I get it. And their games. I love watching women's hockey.
No one denies that men and women.
Women's hockey is great, but I'm sorry. It's like these guys are like 7 foot on skates at 250, 260 pounds. And
this is different.
She's, 5'7" on skates, 5'8".
Was there someone who was wanting to play?
No, but I'm just saying with sports, with women playing, men's sports. Like I think hockey is one of those. Like, no, it's just not. It's just too brutal. And you're on blades, and you're like, people get hurt. Like, you just hurt people. But what's crazy is growing up playing hockey inline, girls are so far more like mature and advanced than boys till like about
not even close.
By about 16 years old, 15, 16, I think, is when like in hockey, because like the girls in our leagues that were, 12s, 14, 16s, the girls would just beat the shit out of the boys. because they were more mature, so they knew how to control their anger way better than the boys. They knew how to manipulate the boys, because the boys at that point are so just brah. They don't fucking think. It's like, God, stop. Yeah. Where the girls just like they can control, like it was night and day in those like years. You could see it. And the girls were actually all able to skate up or down 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're playing with 12-year-olds, she can be 13. Mm-hmm. And that 1 year made a big difference at that age for like a boy to a girl. That I would see. You could just see the boys were just a little more unhinged. Like, you know, even my kids play, like, you know, watching Landon play, like, oh, fuck, I had to yell at him, stop. Just where the girls just they were more calm, but they had angry streaks, but they were able to control it more and easier. Like, you know, where boys just would lose their shit. That's what half the time penalties were, is that they just lose their shit, slash or do something stupid because they get angry. So it's like, if you know how, now I think about it, like, damn, if I was able to coach like agitators at that age to get penalties, to drop, like, oh my gosh, it is so easy to agitate young boys watching hockey,
manipulate them,
yeah, and like games like that, like, damn, all you got to do is like the first period. That's all you're gonna do is just plant that seed, and it's gonna come back and it's gonna grow. Because after coaching, they lose their shit, and once they lose their shit, it's fucking over. They don't listen to you. They become focused on fuck that dude. They get that at it, and they'll tell them fuck that dude, and then they'll tell their buddies what number, and they start fucking thinking about that. And they're not thinking about like fuck. Yeah, it's like trying to stop like. Now, I'm thinking of like that's why like people mind games, sports are it's wild. It was wild. But those Sean Avery types, those guys.
Oh
the Corey Perry's. Yeah.
Sharks won.
Did they? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Who scored?
I think won't refresh now.
That's okay. They won.
Let's see. Play-by-play. Let's see. Colin Graff from Celebrini and Dickinson. So Celebrini 2 more points.
2 points. Colin Graff. I saw him a couple times at the Silver Knights. He was on the Barracuda last season. Big kid. Good player.
Cooking, man. They're fucking cooking, bro.
This team.
All right, man. Well,
it's exciting.
Yeah, we'll talk soon. We'll do Stranger Things next Tuesday. And let's fuck off. Let's fuck off out of here. There you go.
A beach poncho. Edible.
Kicked in, huh?
Oh yeah. Start rambling and ramble.